Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. In this video, I'm taking you through truncation and wildcards. Wildcards, that is mastering symbols like the ones you're seeing on your screen for effective searching. We've gone through search strategy, information literacy, and under information literacy you would know what you need to go through to get good information. So truncation and wildcards is one of them. What are truncation and wildcards? Using a symbol to replace any number of characters at the end of the word. For example, in mathematics, there are those operations we use A, then you put some kind of a star, then B. We solve such equations or such problems in mathematics. So those are truncations that enable us to get good information. They replace characters. Wildcard symbols that replace one character. As for truncation, replace a number of them. Cards replace just one. For example, woman. With that truncation with that card on your screen that you're seeing, it finds woman and woman. The purpose it brings, it burdens such results, captures variations of items. That is the purpose. It widens your. For example, if you want women emancipation, you put in the word woman or women, you put a wild card. It will bring both for a singular and a plural. That is burdening such results and capturing variations of items. Then common symbols and their uses. We have the asterisk, that one with the brackets and the star. Unlimited characters at the end, such truncation. We have a question mark, single character replacement, that's a wild card. We have a dollar sign and a percent sign, sometimes using specific databases, a truncation card. Then we have how to use them effectively. How do you use truncations and wildcards effectively? Identify the keyword you want to expand. Women, for example, woman. You don't want to narrow down to woman only. You want to increase yourself to women also. You can then identify yourself as that being your keyword. Apply the truncation for multiple endings. You're searching about users of computer, but you don't want to narrow down to only computer. You want to increase yourself to computing also. That is, you can use a truncation at the end. Then insert wildcard for spelling variations. You want to for example, color for color or color. The Americans use different spellings, and if you go to the British spelling, it is different. So you can choose not to narrow down to one. Choose to increase your search to a wide range. Apply a wildcard for spelling variations. Combine with Boolean operators to refine results. In the previous videos, one of them is Boolean operators, and Boolean operators narrow you down to a specific search. They help you to get relevant information. So in your truncation, as you burden woman and woman together, make sure you bring in the Boolean operators for relevant information, not to be outside what you want. test in the database and adjust symbols if results are too broad or narrow. You can test and see if the results you're being given are not to your expectation. You can broaden your search. Or if they are giving you a lot of things, you can choose to narrow down to what you want by using the truncations. They effectively help. Practical examples and tips: database search, nurse and pediatric, retrieves all nursing and pediatric terms. You want to search about pediatric and nursing. You can use truncations. They help. Avoid over truncation. So here, if you use truncations also, it is not good. You need to know where and how to use them in your search about a topic. Manage may pull unrelated words like managerial. Use specific endings. You cannot say manage. They'll bring you irrelevant things, managerial, which are very not to what you want. So please make sure you, in your search, you narrow down to something, to an ending that is good. Then we have outcome. Faster, more comprehensive literature retrieval with fewer missed sources. If you use your truncations and wildcards well and properly, you will get good outcomes. You will get good literature in your search, and you will have few things missed out or none. So I urge you to use truncations in your search. Add them to your strategy and use along with Boolean. Thank you so much. Subscribe, like, comment. Nasolo Priscilla.